Et voila, we're going to feature another of one of my pieces again. This one, I think I would actually call it the vintage archive, as in the general way people describe vintage archive. It is this dress by A.P.C. And let's go through the details first before I can share a bit more of the story. So, you see from the tag, it says A.P.C. and it says the address, Rue des Fleurs, Paris, and then it has this, it's 100% cotton, you wash at 30 degrees, and it has this stamp that says, that translates to summer 1998. I mean, if this is not real, true vintage, what is? So, let's talk a little bit about the story, then I'll continue with the dress again. I've decided to change the structure. So, A.P.C. is by this brand called Touitou. He's French, and he's he's from Tunisia, then became French. So, you know, in Tunisia they speak French anyway. I watched actually a lot of videos just to understand a little bit more about him. His designs are very contemporary that meets classic style. So, imagine this. This is a very classic silhouette. Clean, straight cut, you know, simple, basic, and minimalist. Yet the colors are a little brighter, a little more, it's a bit more of a royal blue, a bit fun, and not just your beige, your baby pink, your white, your black. So his styles are all very contemporary. As a matter of fact, he started the brand in 1988. So this dress from the summer 1998 collection is within, you know, the 10th year anniversary of him opening and starting his own brand. You know, getting a piece of garment from the early days of a design house is just quite a luxury. So this guy, he is, okay, let's talk about where they are right now, and then a little story about A.P.C. So in June 2023, he sold majority of his independent stake and ownership to a private equity that, you know, backs LVMH. So he's not sold to LVMH, just that his owner and LVMH's big shareholders are basically the same people. So it's part of that fashion private equity firm community. And so the new pieces are just not as beautiful. I would say the new pieces, because he's no longer the creative director and he doesn't own much stakes anymore, it's not following his creative strategy. So the new pieces are all about just churning out as many pieces as possible. They're not very well crafted. I saw a lot of pieces in Japan. I had half a mind to buy them, but they just didn't speak to me. This one though spoke to me. So I think the new pieces are not very pretty. However, this is from the early days. 10 years when he started and opened started his brand. I think this, I personally think that this is part of the archival fashion, because in 1998, that was the time where people were, it's going to the 2000s. Classic cuts were not really that big. It was still, it's a new era of the 2000s, and the fashion was a bit different. However, this classic clean cut dress, it's almost like it's the beginning of this quiet luxury minimalist design and style. So I'm really happy to be able to own it and wear it. It's just a very simple spaghetti strap, and that's it. No side zippers, nothing, no pockets. It's just a very classic, good, high quality piece of cotton dress. The outside is cotton, the inside is cotton, so the lining is also cotton, and it's basically the same color. So it's all cotton. I threw it in the washing machine because you could do that too, but ideally you want to dry clean and you use petroleum to wash it. 30 degrees, that's fine. You can iron with medium heat, and that's okay. I use a steamer anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I thought the craftsmanship is very it's very good. I love it. So I like that the line, usually with lining, and I have a few other dresses to show. Usually the lining, you have this part, the inside, where you have this flap and fabric, usually on this side of the dress. So it could scratch you. But he decided to put it the other way. So the inside lining, it's actually very, very smooth and well designed. I like it. The stitching is also really fine, as opposed to, you know, those very wide and thick stitching. I think it's small, it's fine, and I like it. That's how you know it's high quality. I would say that I wish they did a French finish on the seams, as opposed to just, I think this is called an interlocking thread. Yeah, I wish they didn't do that, but it's also fine. They did a double stitch, and then you have this interlocking thing, which is the standard way of how most fashion brands do it. A bit more high fashion brands do it. Of course, haute couture, made to measure, you don't see these kind of things. But anyway, this is a very nice dress on its construct. It's very pretty. What size is this? Okay, this is size S. And so it fits me very, very well. I would say though, I think on the chest area it's a smidgen too small, just a bit. It doesn't affect me. I still look completely fine, and I feel completely fine with it in it. But I wish it was just a little, like half an inch bigger. So I might bring it to my tailor auntie and see if she could do that for me. Shouldn't be difficult, because it's just, there might be some stretch over here. You know, this extra fabric, I could potentially use it to extend, because that's just a little bit of extension that would be nice. Otherwise, this is also fine. It's very pretty, and you can just wear it on its own. You can style it up and down. I will add videos of how to style this, and it's just such a classic staple piece. You can wear it on its own. You can throw different cardigans on it, outerwear, and it's ready to go. You know what? I would even say, I did not put this in the styling video, but I would say I can even wear this with knee-high boots on a nice spring day. 100%. It's that easy and versatile. So I can wear this in spring, summer, autumn, just not winter. Love, love, love it. It also goes beyond my knees, which I really like this kind of dress. And yes, I found this gem. I love it so much, and I'm very grateful to have found this vintage A.P.C. Alright, till then, bye!